There's a funny thing about the Liberal Party. They don't stand for much. At least with the New Democrats, you know they're dyed-in-the-wool socialists. With Conservatives, generally they believe in the free market. But what do Liberals stand for other than raw power? And what that manifests itself in is different messages at different times to different competing groups. So they'll tell a pro-Israel crowd they love Israel, but then meet with a pro-Palestinian crowd and say they don't really love Israel that much. Here's an example of that just came across my desk today. In Vancouver, their candidate in West Vancouver's Sunshine Coast, her name is Pam Goldsmith-Jones. She is hosting a public event with an anti-oil hate group called De-Smog blog. They're funded by the Tides Foundation, and their editor, named Richard Littlemore, whose job basically is every day to attack the oil sands, attack pipelines, attack all fossil fuels. He attacks everything fossil fuel every day. So because the Liberal candidate in Vancouver thinks that will attract votes in Vancouver, she is hosting an anti-oil extremist, while at the same time Justin Trudeau tells Albertans and others who depend on oil and gas that he's very open-minded and that as long as there's a fair hearing and environmental concerns are met, he's open to supporting not only the oil sands but pipelines. I'm sorry, Justin Trudeau, you can't have it both ways. You can't host an anti-oil hate activist like Richard Littlemore when you think it'll get you votes in Vancouver, but then come to Alberta Stampede time, put on a cowboy hat and pretend like you actually like oil men. You've got to choose. Well, which one is it? I think the answer comes from Justin Trudeau's boss. His name is Gerald Butts. He himself is an anti-oil extremist. He used to be the president of the World Wildlife Fund Canada, and he took funds for his organization from the Rockefeller Brothers Fund, the Tides Foundation, and others to attack the oil sands. Here's a quick clip of Gerald Butts saying he's not about an alternative route for any pipeline. He's about no pipelines at all. Take a listen.
We think that the oil sands have been expanded too rapidly without a serious plan for environmental remediation in the first place. So that's why we don't think it's up to us to decide whether there should be another route for a pipeline, because the real alternative is not an alternative route, it's an alternative economy.
That's the man who writes the speeches and makes the strategic decisions for Justin Trudeau. So if it comes down to hosting an anti-oil hate activist in Vancouver or Justin Trudeau putting on a cowboy hat in Alberta, I think Gerald Butts shows us where the Liberal Party's heart really is. For the Rebel.media, I'm Ezra Levance.